get them. In other news, it is now official. The KCPE and KCSE classes of 2020 could write their national examinations as late as April next year. Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha says it's practically impossible to have national examinations this year as the syllabus has not been covered. And should the coronavirus pandemic persist, the government is ready to defer the exams to November 2021. Here's KTN's Alan Ochanda with the details.
The earliest the exams can take place is around February and March, and in any case not later than April.
Although not the best news ever to this year's Class 8 and Form 4 candidates, it sheds off the cloud of uncertainty that has hung on their academic calendar since mid-March, when all learning institutions were closed following COVID-19 outbreak. Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha, while assessing learning institutions in Nakuru to check their preparedness to reopen, said the decision has been arrived at after wide and rigorous consultations between key stakeholders. Magoha noting the conclusion was largely informed by the fact that by the time the schools were closed, syllabus coverage was not even halfway. President Uhuru Kenyatta has tasked the Ministry of Education to work towards gradual reopening of schools by 1st of September, with a revised calendar expected in August.
Haistahili tufungue mashule yetu sasa, kwa sababu tukiyafungua, hiyo ni kama kufungulia virusi vianze kusambaa zaidi ya vile ambavyo inaendelea kwa wakati huu.
We wouldn't want to guide the president to open schools only to close them a week or two later, like is now happening in Beijing, like has happened in Israel, like has happened in South Korea and many other countries.
According to the World Health Organization guidelines, water is a key component in combating the virus. Schools located in arid and semi-arid areas could feel the heat more, but Magoha says the government will provide enough water, with the Ministry of Education grappling with congestion in schools.
The greatest challenge that we are going to have is social distancing in schools. Even if the class had 40, we still now need a classroom of about 25.
The ministry has set aside 2.4 billion shillings for recruitment of 10,000 intern teachers to support 100% transition and COVID-19 related issues. 2.1 billion shillings for construction of additional classrooms in secondary schools, while 1.9 billion shillings will cater for the making of 250,000 desks for secondary schools. The hiring of ICT interns will cost 300 million shillings. Given the high enrollment in both primary and secondary schools throughout the country and the poor infrastructure, the government must strike a delicate balancing act should the schools reopen when the virus is still with us. Alan Ochanda, KTN News.